Welcome to Successful Living. I'm your host, Rob Auclair, financial planner from Balanced Wealth Management in East Greenwich, Rhode Island. On today's show, we're going to talk about being sincere. And by being sincere, how we can make ourselves more comfortable within ourselves by being very sincere, but simultaneously also making other people feel good. We'll talk about the benefits and how to be maybe more sincere as we move forward in our lifetimes. We're then going to be joined by Greg Piccaro, our tax expert from Otrando Piccaro Associates in Warwick, Rhode Island, and he is knee-deep in tax returns this year. So we're going to ask him what mistakes he might be seeing, what we might be able to avoid, and answering some common questions. We're then going to move on to annuities, and we're going to try to dispel some of the myths around annuities. You know, a lot of times people have heard that they're very bad and can't get out of them, but there are some good uses for them if done correctly and if it's for the right situation. And then finally, we're going to take a viewer question on retirement plans for self-employed people. So let's get started. Today's word of the day is sincere. So sincere is free from pretense or deceit, proceeding from genuine feelings. And so when I always think about sincere, I think about good stuff. And you know, as I was going through this, sincere is just being you. And whether it's agreeable or not, it's okay. Being sincere is being purely who you are and not faking who you are. The other thing is when we are sincere and we're talking to people, you know, sometimes we say, hey, how was your day? And then we're thinking about something else. Maybe it's how was your day, actually listening and then saying, tell me more about that, or why was it great, or whatever it might be. And really those questions make us more sincere, and it makes us feel better and does make them feel better. So let's talk now about some of the benefits around being sincere. Number one is you don't waste time making others like you. So sincere people are comfortable in their own skins, and their happiness doesn't hinge on the reaction of others. They may care how others feel about them, but they don't let those feelings change how they feel about themselves. Number two, another benefit is not judging others. So sincere people let others be who they are and forgive them for where they may fall short. I had a boss once, which he had a lot of different shortfalls, I think, because he was my boss probably, but I knew where he came from and I didn't judge him on that. And even though I didn't like what happened, I was able to just move forward from that. Number four, you can be trusted if you're sincere. So they say that you say what they mean and mean what they say, which makes them trustworthy to others. They consistently do what they say they will do and keep their commitments. Tongue twister on that one. And number five, they're not materialistic, so they don't base their happiness on having things. Their happiness comes in the moment, and I think that's really what this sincerity is it's all about the moments that we're sharing with other people rather than the things that we can buy, which are nice, make us feel good, but that tends to be a lot more temporary. So as I always do in this, first of all, I'm trying to improve as I go through this. Hopefully these kind of help. So let's talk about if we want to be more sincere, what are some ways in which we can do that? Number one, be consistent with words and actions. So the only example I could think of here is when I yell at my kids and I just tell them, hey, I'm going to take the phone away from you, or you're going to go to your room. If I don't follow up on that, which it's 50-50 at best, they don't really take that as a sincerity and they don't follow what I say. So by being sincere, do what you say. Number two, don't expect a reward. So you know, when you do something nice, it is nice to be rewarded. And you know, when I was a little kid, I always liked getting the award, or mom and dad pat me on the back. But as I've gotten older, that still feels great. But sometimes I actually try to be a little humble about it. So if I do something, not everyone needs to know about it. And as I do more of that, I feel that within myself, I get more like internal confidence. So it's not like I needed someone to tell me. It almost works reverse. So yes, it's nice that people might pat you on the back, but it's also nice to just realize it yourself and kind of sit with it. Number three, only make promises you can keep. Early in my career, you know, I wanted to have every client I could because I didn't have any, and I really overpromised and told people, hey, I can do that, I can do that, I can do that. And when I didn't come through, it really, you know, reflected badly on me. And number four, be kind to yourself. You want to, you know, be kinder, more accepting to yourself. I think when you do that, it'll show and you'll be more sincere to other people. When we return, we're going to be joined by Greg Piccaro to talk about this tax season. Stay tuned.